Hi, this is Chad Pastanetti with the Pastanetti Group Northwest at eXp Realty. I'm here to provide you guys with a market update for the real estate market here in Bend, Oregon and Redmond, Oregon. So we've had some pretty crazy numbers and updates, so I just wanted to make sure you guys had all the most up-to-date information. So in Bend, in February 2022, the average sale price for a home was $740,000. Last month in January, it was $683,000. So we've had about an 8.3% increase from January to February. If we look at how that's been affected on an annual basis, if we compare February 21 to February 22, we had about a 29% increase in sales, in median sale price. So we're looking at, from 575,000 to 740,000. Massive improvements here in value. There's actually been more inventory this year than last year. A lot of people think that inventory is a big issue. It is, but the properties are selling very quickly, and that's why. When it comes to Redmond, now Redmond's kind of unique. Redmond actually had a decrease in value from January 22 to February 22. It actually went from 500,000 down to 483. So we had about a 3% decrease. There's some factors that cause that, which we can talk about later. But the big thing we just also look at is the appreciation and the increase in values pretty much stayed in line with what happened in Bend. If we look at February 21 to February 22, the price change, median sale price went from 373,000 to 483,000, which again is about a 29% increase in value. So both markets are staying very strong. Both have inventory issues, but it's not that there's no properties available. It's just that they're selling so quickly. If we look at the number of sales in Bend, Oregon, Bend had about 131 sales in February, about the same in January. It's a little bit of an increase from February 21 to February 22. So we had about 117 sales in February 2021. Again, February 2022, we had about 131. If we look at Redmond, February 2022, we had 52 sales. January 2022, we had 49 sales, so a little bit of a bump. But in February 21, we had only 62 sales. So we actually have had a decrease if you compare February last year to this year. Days on market, this is the factor that's really causing issues with inventory, is that in Bend, right now in February, our latest numbers are the average days on market is 4 days, and that property is sold. People are putting the property on the market on a Thursday, they're accepting offers until Monday, going under contract on Tuesday, so it's very quick. Last month in January, it was about 9 days, so it's about half the time. If we compare February 2021 to February 22, it's about the same. So last year in February was about 4 days as well. Now Redmond, last month in February, we had about 7 days average days on market compared to 14 days in January. But if we compare February 2021 to February 2022, it's actually went from 4 days average to 7. So the properties are staying on the market a little bit longer in Redmond versus last year, but still 7 days, you got to move quick. Inventory, right now we're typically in both markets, we're under half month's worth of inventory, so about 2 weeks of inventory remaining. So basically, if no more homes hit the market, we would be completely sold out in about 2 weeks. Okay, so you're gonna hear those numbers from hundreds of agents in Central Oregon. What you really got to care about is what does that mean to you as a buyer, and what does it mean to you as a seller. If you're a buyer, what it means is that you have to be prepared. You need to be fully pre-approved. You need to have your credit ran, your income docs looked at. You need to have your lender be ready to issue a letter saying that you are completely pre-approved to purchase a property. You know exactly how much money you can spend. You need to have an agent, and more importantly, you need to have a team behind you focusing on finding you properties. The agents who are just looking at the MLS trying to find properties for you, those people are gonna be out of business. You need a team that's gonna focus on knocking on doors, sending out letters, finding properties for you, showing you properties before they actually hit the market. So we're talking about off-market properties, pocket listings. You need to be shown properties before anybody else does. That's really the key to this. We've had a lot of success with that. We'd love to explore your goals and help you really find the right property as a buyer. If you're a seller, what does that mean to you? It means that you can get a ridiculous price for your property. We're seeing multiple offers very quickly, way over listing price. People are removing appraisal, they're doing appraisal waivers, appraisal gaps, which basically means that if the property appraises for less than what the sale price is, those buyers are willing to pay basically pay that difference to get the deal closed. Your property is going to sell very quickly, so don't focus just on the sale of your property. You need to have an agent, you need to have a team who's going to be dedicated to making sure they fully understand what your plans are. What do you want to do after you sell? Do you want to, buy a smaller house? Do you want to buy a larger house? Do you want to buy some land? Do you want to build? What's your timeline look like? Your property will sell in 4 to 7 days. So you need to have a plan in place for your next move. And, if your agent's not helping you with that, that's a problem. We're here to help you. Again, hope this information is helpful. We'll be updating you again next month. Again, I'm Chad Passanetti with the Passanetti Group, Northwest eXp Realty. And you can call me, text me, email me, send a link below. I look forward to hearing from you soon, and take care.